Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here with Iraq Veteran 8888, and today we got another Gun Gripe episode for you, and this one is a doozy. We're going to talk about Emperor Feinstein's S66, and look, I'm telling you, it's a doozy. We're going to break into it, and I definitely want to take just a quick minute to just tell you guys, I really want to thank the folks that support our channel. You know, those of you who purchase t-shirts over on the website or any of the merch that we sell on the website, those of you who purchase man cans, those of you who support our efforts through Patreon, you guys rock. Thank you very much for seeing value in what we do and believing in us and supporting us directly. If you enjoy this content and you enjoy what we do on this channel and you want to see it thrive and survive and continue on, consider helping us out and contributing to us directly in those ways. That's the most direct way that you can help us if you choose to. And thank you very much, all of you. You're wonderful. So let's get into this a little bit. So she's up to her old tricks again. Now apparently she's watching our videos. She has to be, and I'm going to tell you why. Because in one of the previous videos we made reference to Feinstein pulling out the good old assault weapons ban and kind of going, dusting it off, boy. And blowing it off, right? Getting the dust off, and then taking a red magic marker and going, all right, 2017, 2018, here you go. So apparently she's been watching. Okay, apparently, because
that's a great idea.
Because not only did she think it was a great idea to just get up to her old tricks again, she went ahead and did like a Mark II version. She sort of upped the ante a little bit. So we're going to go over that. So what are the provisions of S66?
All right, so if you guys remember, a little history lesson. I always like the history lessons.
Go ahead.
Back in 1994, the first assault weapons ban passed, and it had a sunset. So it was active for 10 years, and then the ban ended, and all hell was supposed to break loose. They were supposed to be fighting in the streets, and it was supposed to look like a dang scene out of Escape from L.A. or Escape from New York or something crazy going on, you know? I mean, MAC 10s blaring around. Oh, the world's
complete,
coming in.
Utter, criminal-fueled, gun-fueled chaos.
Chaos.
Anarchy.
All right, so that bill named, I think, like 18 firearms by name that were 100% completely banned. Okay, and then it limited you to 2 features on a given assault weapon, which basically AR-15s. Okay, so you couldn't have like a threaded muzzle, you couldn't have a pistol grip, you couldn't have a combination of 2 of these components: this telescoping stock, the ability to accept a magazine that can hold more than 10 rounds, all this. Companies got around that by not threading the muzzles anymore and putting fixed stocks on there and still having the pistol grip and then selling the guns with 10 round mags. It did absolutely nothing to stop the flow of these firearms, which in question don't even account for what I think 2% of gun crime even involves a rifle of any type.
Period.
Yeah, not just an AR.
Tell all of that bullcrap to the Mujahideen in Afghanistan fighting the Soviets
with Enfield
bolt-action rifles. Okay, ask them what an assault weapon is, and they'll be like,
or
what?
A weapon of war. I hate
whatever.
A weapon of war.
Anyway, right, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I digress.
The original ban was it didn't get everything that Feinstein wanted back then, because she had to get the support of, she had to get bipartisan support in the Senate to be able to get the thing passed and up to Bill Clinton's desk for him to sign into law. So she's noted for saying back then that if she could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, she would have done it. Miss verbatim, but that is mostly what she said. This is her mentality, and it always has been. She is the crypt keeper.
Fervently anti-gun.
I mean, she's been
maliciously anti-gun.
She's been fighting this crap for years. Now, all these new assault weapons bans that they introduce or they even talk about, they don't include a sunset. They're more restricted. They include more firearms and all this. So let's get going, Johnny. Assault weapons and high-capacity magazines are deadly and dangerous weapons of war that belong on battlefields, not in our streets. They have no purpose for self-defense or hunting, and no business being in our schools, churches, and malls, said Senator Richard Blumenthal. By passing the legislation, Congress can honor the memory of beautiful lives cut short by military-style assault weapons in various places. I'm not going to say it. In too many other American cities. This is the year for my colleagues to turn our rhetoric into reality and finally end America's gun violence epidemic.
You got that right. It's pointless, mindless rhetoric. Yeah, at least I got that part right.
All right, so finally end America's gun violence epidemic. All right. Data. Data is your friend. Remember what I said earlier about rifles being used in crime is like 2%? It might even be less than that. ARs and things like that used in crime are minuscule, okay? Very few and far between. Handguns, on the other hand, are used in a lot of crime because they're easily transportable. Look at Chicago. They've had a handgun ban and they've got the worst handgun crime of any city. Are you kidding me?
Never mind that Johnny down in Sutherland used an AR to shoot the bad.
Sutherland Springs. He thwarted an active shooter who was tearing up this church down there just because, I don't remember if it was anti-Semitism or the guy was just out of his mind, but he thwarted that attack and the loss of more lives with an AR!
So my thing is, all right, all these folks that are so anti-gun, like Feinstein and all her cronies, right? If somebody wants to hurt you, right? Who are you going to call? You're going to call a guy with a gun, right? And it's probably going to be not only a guy with a gun, it's going to be a guy with an AR, a dog, or many dogs. Hopefully the ATF doesn't shoot them. And then, you know, they're going to have machine guns and all these black things. So you think it's okay for you to have protection and that the peons, we don't deserve to protect ourselves with the same guns that you want to surround your gated communities with and your armored limousines and your fancy, self-imported, narcissistic life that you live. So it's okay for you to do that, but not for us. And I strongly disagree. I believe that it's very, very scary the precedence is being set by people like her and her actions. And what's scary about her actions is that they've gone unchecked. Mm-hmm. Nobody's doing nothing about it. So the Constitution, right, the Second Amendment, shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. You took an oath. You gave your word that you would uphold the Constitution, and you're taking a dump on it. Mm-hmm. So why has that gone unchecked? Like, why is she walking free? Mm-hmm. Well, they probably have to have a special jail to put her in because she's ancient. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Maybe her jail keeper person would be like the crypt keeper. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if they have a special jail for folks that are about to see the light. They're kind of on the way out. I don't know how that works.
All right.
I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me.
All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's do it.
All right. So key provisions. All right. So this is kind of updated. All right. Bans the sale, manufacture, transport, or transfer and importation of 205 military-style assault weapons by name. Owners may keep existing weapons. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's
wow.
Great. I get to keep my stuff. Oh.
Appreciate that.
All right. Bans any assault weapon that accepts a detachable ammunition magazine and has one or more military characteristics, including a pistol grip, forward grip, barrel shroud, threaded barrel, or folding or telescoping stock. Owners may keep existing weapons. Bans magazines and other ammunition feeding devices that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition, which allows shooters to quickly fire many rounds without needing to reload. You guys ever seen Jerry Mitchell reload? Point in case. Owners may keep existing magazines.
So basically, they want to make it where they can't make the stuff anymore.
Yep.
So they're essentially,
it bans the sale, manufacture, and transfer. So
right, and transfer. So when I die, they get ran through a wood chipper? My kids don't get them?
You cannot transfer the firearms. They have to be destroyed.
Screw you.
Right. So exemptions to the bill. Oh, well, thank you, Queen Nancy. The bill exempts by name more than 2,200 guns for futtery. Oh, hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I read that wrong.
No, you interpreted it correctly.
Household defense or recreational purposes. Who are you to tell me what I want to defend my family with? Who are you? You are no one.
What if my firearms recreation means that I want to go burn up ARs? I mean, that's recreation. Where's my look at this.
It's very recreational.
I mean, come on. Like, this is my idea of recreation. So look, I have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That makes me very happy.
Doing this makes me happy. All right? You have no right to tell me what I can and can't do. This brings me happiness, and I'm not hurting nobody, but except, well, maybe the person's feelings who made this rifle, who is well,
it worked pretty good.
It did work quite well for a while.
It's the same thing that we always go back to, and like Eric says,
shooting guns makes me happy. I have the right to pursue happiness. Argument is null and void.
These guns are okay for private security detail and the military, but not okay for Joe Blow American citizen to protect himself from an overreaching government and tyranny.
I hope that the communist paratroopers start jumping out of the sky. I hope that Feinstein's on her back porch of her fancy McMansion, whatever she's got, and she's sitting back there with her mint juleps, and she goes, I'm a treasonous person. And spit it out. I want her to look up. I want her to see parachutes coming down with a bunch of communists ready to go to war with us. And I want her to go, oh crap, I need to get my people. You know,
I'm going to use my concealed carry permit that I have to use my concealed weapon to defend myself with.
My thing is, guys, it's like they want to act like gun owners are such horrible people. But I guarantee you that if we got invaded, and there was all this stuff about the place was covered up with bad guys, they would be like, oh, we're in the state of national emergency. We're gonna need everybody that's got a gun to just help us fight. That would be great.
You're sorry you took them away.
Come on, man. If you infringe on the Second Amendment, you're completely blind to how this country even was founded, like what our overall culture even is. You are blind to the culture by which you represent.
Right. Let's see. We need to start putting a millennial thought in every video. Here's today's millennial thought. But we're a democracy. More people want gun control than ever before. We're a republic! Not a democracy.
Oh, man.
Shut up. All right.
I feel my blood pressure rising.
Maybe I need to get that thing. All right, so the other exemption. This bill includes a grandfather clause that exempts all weapons lawfully possessed at the date of enactment. But guess what? Down the line, you know what's going to happen? It's like, hey, all those guns that you guys got to keep, we're going to need the make, model, and serial number of all those, and we're going to put that in a database so we can save it for later. It's okay. It's for public safety.
Or what's going to happen is going to be like, well, old Eric died. Well, we got all these guns here. We can't transfer them to anybody. Just build a really, really big coffin and just bury my guns with me, I guess, because you can't transfer them. I mean, I know we're getting a little silly in this video. Right. The humor is paramount here, but
But it's the same thing over and over again. I feel like I've had this conversation with you guys like 10 times.
How many transgressions are we going to accept before we say enough is enough and hold these people to the wall and hold them accountable? Guys, we have to get together on this. Whether you support GOA, FPC, NRA, it doesn't matter which gun group letters are on your vehicle. That's irrelevant. This is a grassroots thing. We have to contact our reps. We have to be active. We have to strike while the iron's hot. We have to strike before it's hot. We have to let them know that we're there and that we're going to fight them at every turn on this. You have to contact your reps and tell them to vote nay. And this shouldn't even make it out of committee, much less even be heard. It is such a slap in the face to the men and women who have fought and died for this country. To think that this is the direction that people want us to go in is a very fear-invoking thought.
Oh, absolutely. This is what the general public, who is very uninformed about statistics and crime and firearms and other data points that are important to this type of discussion. They are blind to it because the media...
those are your facts, though.
Yeah, your facts. And Pelosi said that too. Oh, I don't accept your
facts. Those are your facts.
Not my facts. They're the facts. The facts, not yours or mine. The facts. There can only be one set. All right. All right. So
sorry.
So grandfather clause exempts all weapons lawfully possessed of the enemy. All right, other provisions, and there's a little bit more. There's some updated stuff because they got wise. All right, so requires a background check on any future sale, trade, or gifting of an assault weapon covered by the bill. All right, universal background checks. We've already covered that before. All right, so wait a minute. It says right up here that bans the sale, manufacture, and transfer. So why should you be able to transfer that to me? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think they just looped themselves over. All right, requires that grandfathered assault weapons are stored using a secure gun storage or safety device like a trigger lock. So I want to use an AR-15 to defend myself and my household, and I want to keep it by the bed. Okay, well I can't just, use it when I need because I have to store it securely with a trigger lock. So, oh, bad guy, just wait on me to get my AR unlocked so I can shoot you with it, okay?
Hey, that's no fair. You're a bad guy and you don't have a trigger lock on your gun.
Enforce it. Prohibits the transfer of high-capacity ammunition magazines. High capacity, you mean like standard capacity. All right. Bans bump fire stocks and other devices that allow semi-automatic weapons to fire at fully automatic rates. Again, tell that to Jerry Mitchell.
So I guess, look, Jerry, if you're watching, probably not, but look, Jerry, they're coming for your fingers, man. I don't know any way to tell you this. The next time I see Jerry, I'm going to be like, hey, Jerry, how you doing? I'm going to reach out and he's going to be like, well, Jerry, what happened? They come and took him, man.
He's gonna have
a meat cleaver.
He's gonna have a wooden hand like Chubbs and Happy Gilmore. Is like that crocodile or that alligator. Eat my hand. All right. Here's some updates.
Sorry, Jerry. We had a joke at your expense. I'm sorry.
All right. So ban stocks that are otherwise foldable or adjustable in a manner that operates to reduce the length, size, or any other dimension, or otherwise enhances the concealability of a firearm. Bans assault pistols that weigh 50 or more ounces when unloaded. A policy included in the 1994 ban. That would have been like your Tech 9s and Macs and stuff like that because they were big and scary.
Are we also going to burn books that weigh over 50 ounces?
All right. Now, this is my favorite part. I read this the other day and I couldn't help but chuckle. Bans assault pistol stabilizing braces that transform assault pistols into assault rifles by allowing the shooter to shoulder the weapon and fire more accurately.
Because that's totally because you want shots to just errantly go in any random direction and hurt innocent bystanders.
Assault is an action, not a thing. Bans Thorson-style grips or Thorson-type grips and stocks that are designed to evade a ban on assault weapons. A Thorson device is like what you see on California and other state-compliant guns that have fervent anti-gun policies in place that take the pistol grip and they fold around the pistol grip to make it more of a palm grip, so it removes the pistol grip compatibility, or like stocks that have like thumb holes in them. They still have a pistol grip style.
Essentially, it's a workaround is what they're trying to say.
I mean, it's the exact same thing that gun companies and owners did back in the 1994 ban to get around the law. It was the dumbest thing ever. It did absolutely nothing to curb crime. And you can look at all the data that was federally funded, okay, these investigations that were federally funded and privately funded to look at the effect that the 94 ban had on crime in this country, and the data is all inconclusive. There is no concrete evidence that it had anything to do with reductions in crime or anything like that. And they say, oh, well, the gun violence rate did go down. Guess what? So did the gun ownership rate. It's been skyrocketing ever since. More people with guns equal less crime because criminals don't want a target that might shoot back at them. They don't want any part of that. Well, I'm not going to go over here and try to steal that old lady's thing because she's got a revolver or she's got an AR in her, I don't know.
Those are your facts.
I mean, give me a break. It's the same crap.
That's your facts, though.
I said I wasn't going to get this fired up.
That's not our carefully selected, pre-selected, pre-screened facts that we just chose to pick and choose what we wanted. You know, that's their argument.
Nancy Pelosi's fact sheet looks like this, but it's got a bunch of black on it, and it's just got a few words up top.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, give me a break.
They have to manipulate data to make it tell the story they want. All we have to simply do is just show the data that's there and only a moron would prove.
There's no way that, even like I said, even at the time of the original enactment of the assault weapons ban in '94, rifles that were used in crime totaled less than 2%, and the so-called assault weapons were minuscule. I mean, way less than even 1% of all crimes, like 0.2 or 0.3%.
So we have some information here from GOA. Basically, GOA put out a news release essentially saying that there could possibly be a bit of a lame duck situation with the assault weapons ban, but we don't need to assume that it's going to be. We still need to call our reps and voice our opposition for it. But, you know, they put out a statement, and also want to mention just very quickly the website stopS66.com. It's Fight Feinstein's 2019 assault weapons ban. This is from FPC. So if you check the description box below, you'll see links to the GOA statement as well as links to the FPC's Stop S66 page, and that'll give you some details as to what they're doing as well. We support FPC and GOA. They're great people. I really like the work that Eric Pratt is doing. The guys at FPC are doing a great job as well, and we want to support their efforts at every turn. Guys, I know this video was a little long, but I really appreciate y'all giving us your time today. I know we were having a little fun and cracking some jokes, but at the end of the day, it's a very serious matter, and we have to take it seriously. We have to unite, and we have to show solidarity as a group of people. You know, as gun owners in this country, we have a sacred duty to protect our way of life. Our way of life is under attack, guys. It's no laughing matter. It's something that we have to really make sure that we're protecting our values and principles and morals. All the things that make us American are embodied and protected by firearms ownership. Firearms ownership in this country is not a way of life, it's a way to life. It's what we do. We live and embody the Second Amendment by our actions with guns. And when the actions of many outnumber the actions of a couple of bad apples in the bag, you can't make everybody have to suffer just because a few people chose to do the wrong thing with their rights. That's not my problem, okay? All I see around me is gun owners who are passionate people that love their country, want to do the right thing, want to protect their communities, want to protect those around them. Do you think that a person who's anti or pro-gun, if there's some active shooter situation or some bullcrap going on, do you think for 1 second that they're going to stop and go, oh, wait a minute, you're an anti-gunner. Oh, you're a lefty, you're whatever label you want to put on somebody. Do you think that they're going to stop and try to figure out what you're all about so they can choose whether or not they want to protect you? No, they're just going to do what they need to do, and they're going to protect the people around them. And the sooner the left and the right realizes that more of us are probably closer to kind of being stuck in the middle of all of y'all than you might realize, the better off they'll be. When you know that people like us would protect and would risk our lives to protect everybody. It's not just oh, those people over there have guns because they're scared of everybody, they're paranoid, and they hate everybody. No, we want to protect everybody around us, and an overwhelming majority of gun owners in this country fall into that scenario.
Absolutely.
I believe.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, anything else?
No, I'm fired up enough.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to say anything
else. It's about time to go grab some lunch here in a bit. It's been a long day. I feel like, gosh, this has just been crazy. It's just the same old song and dance, the same attacks, and they hope that they can just throw some crap on the wall and it sticks. You know, it's like, well, maybe it'll stick this time. Maybe there's enough public support because of all our propaganda on the mainstream media, because that's exactly what it is. Yep. You don't believe that either? You've been living under a rock. Let's see. Put that crap on a t-shirt. Nope, didn't stick. Yeah, don't expect it to. I mean, guys, we really appreciate the support. You know, again, I know we say it all the time, but I really thank all of our viewers who support us directly, as well as those who simply watch our videos. Thank you for being a viewer. Share this video with somebody you think it'll help. And guys, we just got to keep putting the word out. We got to, you know, keep being the squeaky wheel, because guys, they are. I mean, I've got all of this. Packets like these laying around with all kind of information that has to be put out. They're active. They're doing stuff. Look, they're appealing to their people. What are you doing? There is one other thing that I would like to say. You guys have been seeing all these gripes coming out. We've been talking about universal background checks. We've been talking about red flag laws. You know, and we've been talking about the NRA a lot.
the NRA actually does have some opposition to this piece of legislation, but they're just picking and choosing what they want to fight. It's bullcrap. The GOA and the FPC, if it's unconstitutional, guess what? It's being fought. And those are the organizations that I want to put 100% of my support behind. And we hope that a lot of you guys see that as well. And, you know, it's ridiculous. You know, you don't just cherry pick like, oh, well, this will be good. This will be a good compromise. There's never any compromise with our gun rights. That has been the case for many, many years, dating all the way back to 1934. That was not a compromise. And everything else since has never been a compromise. Gun owners have never gotten anything out of the deal. And if you don't believe me, sorry, but that is the fact. Not my facts, the fact. And you want to help me up armor the bulldozer?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
cool.
great.
Awesome.
It might be fun. Yeah, we actually need to fix that bulldozer, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
You got some AR-500 laying around?
I don't know about all that.
I don't know. It's getting crazy.
That's what the SWAT team in Jacksonville was using a few days ago. Mm-hmm. They had literally a bulldozer with a big old ram that they welded on, and they were like, they go up to the door and go.
I wonder where they got that idea from.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching today's video. We really appreciate the support. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned something. Maybe you got fired up too. Please do get fired up. Contact your reps. Let them know that you viciously oppose this measure and that we need to shoot it down as quick as possible. Thank you for watching today's video. We'll see you next time. Many more videos on the way.
See you guys.